Good evening, everyone. Prosecutors say she suffered years of torture at the hands of her own mother and brother.
The accused faced a judge in Buffalo today. News 4's Al Waters has the details now from our newsroom tonight. Al?
Well, Don and Jackie, seasoned investigators are calling this the most gruesome murder case they've ever worked on. A North Collins mother and her son indicted for the torture, rape, and murder of the woman's own 23-year-old mentally disabled daughter. And today, they faced a judge. Prosecutors described the charges against Eva Cummings and her 31-year-old son, Luke Wright, as horrific. The two are accused of torture, rape, sodomy, and murder of 23-year-old Laura Cummings, whose lifeless body was discovered in the family's North Collins apartment on January 21st.
The allegations made by an Erie County grand jury are proven to be true in a court of law. This is as bad as it gets.
But investigators say Laura Cummings' murder was just the final act of brutality in a lifetime of cruelty and abuse against Laura and her siblings.
Almost like a living hell. It was, no child should ever have to go through what we went through.
Stepsister Patricia Wright was sexually assaulted by Laura Cummings' father. His punishment, probation. All the siblings were at one time removed from the home, and Patricia was eventually raised by Roland Grotke, a family friend who accuses social service officials and the courts of neglecting the family in their younger years and later as adults. Their brother Richard Cummings was also raised by another family.
She's dead because of the failure of the system to take care of these children. That's their responsibility. When they are notified, they should be doing something, and they did nothing.
Even though Eva Cummings and her children were under the supervision of Child Protective Services, the courts, and later Adult Protective Services, it still wasn't enough to protect Laura Cummings from meeting a horrible end. So far, the Erie County Department of Social Services, which oversees both Child Protective Services and Protection Services for Adults, has refused to comment on the Cummings case, citing confidentiality laws. Neither would the DA.
And I'm not aware of any conduct on behalf of the social services agencies that is criminal in nature. Whether things are improper or immoral or whatever other word you want to use to describe it, that's not my bailiwick.
In our investigation, we talked to a professional in the field of developmental disabilities who told us if there was any doubt Laura Cummings might need protection, the state could have stepped in to help, and we'll have more on that coming up at 6. Al Waters, News 4 at 5.